Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. It is day 3 of Fleet Week. It is Aegis Day. If you want to pick up a Javelin or an Idris, they've probably already sold. But we're going to check out the Expo Hall, have a look at all the ships there, see what's on sale, see how much it all is, and tell you what's going on. It is day 3 of Invictus launch week, 21st of May. It is the second set of manufacturers or manufacturer today because it is just Aegis. Is there anything in the Holosuite? There is the Vulcan and the Nautilus. We'll have a look at those. Let's take a look at this sort of main central hall first. We've got the Hammerhead there in the back. It is just a really cool ship. So it's relatively defensive. It's sort of like a patrol corvette is the way I'd sort of deem it. It's just got loads of traditional sort of standard guns. It doesn't really sort of specialize in anything else other than having lots of people in lots of turrets shooting lots of firepower. Pew, 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 pew. And if you like that sort of quite standard loadout, nothing sort of extra specialist, just lots of firepower that can protect you against fighters and bombers and torpedoes, but is a good sort of mainstay to a fleet. Very useful. This woman in a hat. Huh. Not seen that outfit before, or at least not noticed it. But yeah, so it's supposed to be like quite good at ramming as well, like literally Hammerhead reinforced bridge. I say quite good at ramming. We don't know how ramming actually will work properly when the game is done, so sort of bear that in mind because most of the damage you take will be on components, which is why how your ship is sort of going to get disabled and all that sort of jazz. But Hammerhead, really cool ship. If you want a sort of a medium-sized crew to get in all its turrets. I think it's got 6 turrets, right? Yeah, just so much coverage, so much firepower. Absolutely fantastic sort of defense patrol ship. As I said, defensive because I think that you use it to shoot down fighters and bombers and that sort of stuff. It hasn't necessarily got a huge range with its firepower. It's not like super long-range weapons or anything. We then have the Redeemer. So the Redeemer is an interesting ship because its original version was built for the Next Great Starship by basically Star Citizen fans. And then that ship got put in game briefly sort of in the hangar. I say briefly in the hangar. Got put in the hangar, but then nothing else came of it. Eventually, Cloud Imperium sort of grabbed it and sort of changed it and updated it to be in line with their needs of Aegis and the game and all that sort of stuff. And they made it from what was originally going to be sort of like a dropship, gunship hybrid. It is much more gunship now. It is got the hair straighteners on the sides. But absolutely fantastic ship. A huge amount of firepower. Great for a small crew. It does a little bit of drop shipping, but I suppose all ships do to a degree. And you can just, even with a Mirai Fury, you can carry one person yourself into battle. But yes, big, cool, powerful. I do like Aegis as a brand, but yeah, so much forward-facing firepower there. And then you've got the Retaliator as well. So this is the bomber variant. So interestingly, this ship is very modular. So you've got basically 2 bays, one in the rear and one in the middle, I think. And basically with those 2 bays, you can have them set up as cargo, living areas, torpedo bays. I think there's even a dropship one that you can put in the back in the larger section, or whatever the larger section is. But at the moment, we only have access to the bomber variant. So loads of big torpedoes, very powerful ship. I think people kind of quite like the Eclipse. So they, because you've got so much sort of control over who you fire at, and it's only a single-seater fighter to give lots of torpedo power. But the Retaliator, I think it's good. I think it's fun. You can have a load of people in turrets as well on board. So it's like a flying fortress bomber. Used a lot by the military, so the UE use this. I like it. I think it's worth testing out at the very least. Let's run over to one of the other halls. So what do we have in this hall? Well, we've got Vanguards. This is the Vanguard and Sabre Hall. So Vanguards, very sort of durable, heavy, long-range fighters. So you've got the Harbinger here, which has a load of sort of missiles and ballistics is the idea there. Missiles, torps, ballistics. You've got the Hoplite, which is the dropship version. Actually, potentially, I really like that in the Sentinel. So the Hoplite is cheaper, but has a good amount of room for people, as well as having some solid firepower. Basically, all of the Vanguards are most effective with 2 crew, because you've got the turret and then you've got the main sort of pilot. But ones like the Hoplite, dropship as well. So we'll have a look at the Sabres in a minute. Got the Sentinel over here. So the Sentinel is the E-War variant. I really like that. It's the one I have. Sort of disabling ships, sort of EMP torpedoes. I might be able to do a bit of hacking. And on the sort of paint jobs, it's sort of tell what they are unless you're inside. And then you've got the standard Vanguard Warden, which is supposed to have the central pod being a escape pod as well for the 2 crew. So a more durable escape pod. So the other things is that the Sentinel, its sort of central module is E-War. It's got the E-War module in there. The Hoplite's obviously got the dropship module sort of thing. And then with the Harbinger, you've got the missiles in there. And then we've got the Sabres. Oh, and a Gladius in the centre. I didn't notice the Gladius. So we got the Sabre Comet, which is just a loadout variant of the Sabre. And then you've got the standard Sabre. Sabre, probably my favourite medium fighter. I think it's really cool. High-tech, 4 size 4 hard points, I believe. Sort of a bit stealthy, very high-tech. I think it's an absolutely fantastic ship. Great dogfighter. I do want them to almost have a bit of more of a tweaked sort of combat model. And I think they're sort of going to come into their own. And then we've got the Gladius Light Fighter. Really, really competitive, the ship. It's not too expensive. It's got great loadout. It's quite durable for a light fighter. Yeah, I think the Gladius is absolutely fantastic. Let's get a bit of a beauty shot here. And then we'll run over to the other hall. So what do we have in the other hall? Loads of Avengers. Oh, and the Eclipse as well. So as I was saying about the Eclipse earlier, absolutely fantastic torpedo bomber. And it is very stealthy. It's got a little bit of defense with a couple of small weapons underneath. But yeah, 3 size 9 torpedoes, I think. And that's a lot of power. And then you can fly off and rearm is the idea. Yeah, cool stealth bomber there. Then we've got the Avengers. Now, Avengers, I think, are probably my favourite starter ship. Sort of second tier starter. I recommend that if you are going to spend any more money than just a starter pack on Star Citizen, maybe upgrade your ship to an Avenger, just because it's an Avenger Titan more specifically, just because it's so versatile and a genuinely great step up from just a standard sort of starter ship. We've got the Avenger Titan Renegade loadout here, so it's an Avenger Titan, and then with a different loadout and paint job. Have a look at the back very quickly. See that there's a room for a reasonable amount of cargo. I have yet to try and jam a Mirai Fury in there yet. I wonder if it would. Don't think it would. We also have the Avenger Stalker. So the Stalker is a bounty hunter variant. And in the back, you've basically got lots of little pods, which you can put bounties in. 6 little pods there, which can be opened up for your person storage. And then on the other side, we've got the standard Avenger Titan, assumedly, and the Warlock. And then here on the other side, we've got the Avenger Warlock, which is the EMP variant. So this is quite scary because you don't know which ship is which when you sort of see them out in the verse, right? It's just the paint jobs that sort of define them, and you can paint them whatever you want. So you've got this whirly boy EMP device in the back here, really sort of... it makes me dizzy just being in, but really cool. EMP, and then you've got the standard Avenger Titan, which has got that sort of cargo space in the back. Really like the Avenger series. I think they're really cool. The sort of ability to upgrade them is fantastic. The sort of upgrade path You can put loads of different weapons on them, loads of different components, and you've got that big Gatling on the nose as well. Let's go check out the Holo Suite. We've got the Nautilus. So Nautilus got quite a large, I think size 7 weapon on its nose, but and it's quite a big sort of ship. It's sort of like Corvette sort of sized, but it's a minesweeper. It is the idea of this ship. So I would read the sign, but they've put NPCs in front of it. Of course they have. With 4 centuries of distinguished service under its belt, the Aegis Dynamics Nautilus tactical mine layer represents the ultimate in strategic combat engineering with fully integrated mine deployment, sweeping and disarming capabilities. So basically, it can send out little drones that can pick up mines, be they explosive gravity mines, which sort of get attracted to your ship and blow up, or turret mines, which are basically our little turrets you deploy in space, and then grab them and repurpose them, so take back to your ship, repurpose them to deploy them as your mines. I really like the idea of it. We're going to see that sort of stuff in-game at some point. And then we also have... is this the Vulcan? It is the Vulcan. So, the Vulcan, from the front, you'll notice it looks like Master Chief. It's a Halo. No, so this is a drone ship. Basically, rearm, repair, and refuel is the idea, and you can sort of have those drones set up for rearm, repair, or refuel, and then respond to people's calls and give them those services, or have it accompany you in a fleet and sort of refueling all the members of your fleet and that sort of stuff. So, really useful ship, great for logistics. We're going to jump on the website and see what's going on. Oh, my character needs to drink at some point as well. So yes, Aegis Dynamics Day. And what do we have on sale? I've got the Avenger Stalker from $60. Not too bad. Price of the ship. Avenger Titan, $55. Absolutely great. I recommend people try that ship out. And if you want to spend a little bit more beyond just a starter package, maybe get an Avenger Titan and get everything else in game. You can get an Avenger Titan in game. You don't actually need to spend any more. That's a fair point. I've got the Avenger Titan Renegade, which is $20 more, and it's just a different loadout and paint job. So, not one for me. Avenger Warlock, it's cool, EMP ship. I have a Sentinel, so I think I've got my bases covered with that. I've got the Eclipse, incredibly expensive, $300, but it is a cool looking stealth bomber, and again, maybe grab it in game. $90, got the Gladius. You can get a Gladius, I think, if you get 10 referrals as well. I think you get a free one. That's to sort of bear that in mind, but they're inexpensive to buy in game as well. The Valiant variant, $110. I don't know if I talked about the Valiant. Didn't see the Valiant on the show floor. But the Valiant is just a different loadout. Got the Hammerhead, $725 though, really expensive. It's referred to as a heavy gunship, but I sort of see it as a defensive gunship corvette. That's sort of how I would deem it. As I said, those turrets all over it. I think it's 6. Give it a load of traditional firepower. Is traditional the word I want? Conventional firepower. And they've got the Idris P. So, the Idris and the Javelin are on sale in 3 waves. Wave 1's already sort of assumedly passed. Actually, let's have a look. A few offers. The Warborn ones are still available. So, limited stock. So, you can purchase them. Oh, so you can purchase them with store credit as well. Cool. So, store credit and Warbond one's available, so Warbonds with new money, effectively fresh money, no store credit. So you've got the Idris P there. They're sold in waves, same as the Javelins. First wave was at 4 p.m. UTC. Then we've got one at midnight UTC, and then another one at 8 a.m. UTC. Jump on at that time to try and grab one if you are interested in purchasing one, but they are incredibly expensive. $1,500 for that Idris, $3,000 for that Javelin, and for me that would be $3,600, I think, because of VAT, right? Incredibly expensive, and the first wave is entirely sold out for the Javelins. I don't know how many they were sold at a time. It's probably between 200 and 1,000, but probably more likely 200. I don't actually know. I haven't got the numbers this time. I'll try and find out for another video. And then we've got the Nautilus, $725, really expensive, but it is quite a cool mine layer with that big old sniper cannon effectively on the front as well. Then we've got Redeemer, cool gunship. So my mate Andy loves this ship, sort of his favourite. It does look cool. I think it's a powerful little thing. Well, actually not a little thing, it's quite a big thing. So much forward-facing firepower. Then you've got the Retaliator Bomber. As I said, there is going to be quite modular, the ship, and you will be able to switch out the modules for different ones in the future. $275 for that. $170 for the Sabre. A lot of this stuff I'd say get in game. I do love the Sabre. I do have one. Medium fighter, lots of firepower, a bit stealthy, a bit high tech. Got the Comet, which is a different loadout for it, and different skin. And then we've got the Vanguards. We've got the Harbinger, which is the sort of bomber missile variant, which I quite like. And then we've got the Hoplite, which is the dropship variant. We've got the Vanguard Sentinel, which is it says interdiction here, but it's the E-War version. And then you've got the Wharton, which is the sort of standard version with an escape pod in the middle. $260 for the Wharton. Not too pricey for what it is. Oh, maybe it is. I mean, it's a lot of money, isn't it? Sort of getting you can buy these things in game. You've got the Vulcan as well, so that's in concept sale. The Vulcan, not in game yet. Look how much it looks like Master Chief, and that's $200 there. Don't know when it's going to be in game yet, but I'd expect probably next year. And then back to the Avengers. So we also have a special Warbond upgrade, so you can upgrade a ship to have 10 years insurance and become an Eclipse at Warbond prices. So I think this ship's so expensive, though, personally. It's not one for me. I've got some concierge packs, so the symbol here that sort of denotes that because I'm concierge, I have access to purchase these packs. And the Aegis Complete pack, that has in it the Javelin and the Idris as well. So a lot of people will be, I suppose, considering buying those. It's going to make Star Citizen a lot of money because of people wanting to buy that Idris P and Javelin. It's not even the Idris M. I say not even. You will be able to upgrade the Idris P to the Idris K by putting lasers and stuff on it and put a railgun on it, but effectively making it an Idris M in the future anyway. So sort of bear that in mind. But the Idris P does not come with the big railgun that the Idris M has. Yeah, that's sort of it today. I'm interested to know if you're purchasing anything. Are you getting an Idris or a Javelin? Do you already have one? If you've got friends or someone in your orgs trying to get one, do you think people are mad to spend $3,000 or $1,500 on a capital ship that's not available to actually use it by players in game yet? Or are you sort of like in the opinion of, well, actually, it's all fun and it's supporting the game and I love Star Citizen? Yeah. Are you looking forward to the next sort of manufacturer taking the hall, which is in a couple of days on May 23rd, which will be Anvil Aerospace? But whatever you think, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but give him a NordVPN subscription using nordvpn.com/BoredGamer or the links below, and he'll browse the internet more safely and with greater accessibility for a lifetime, or at least until his subscription ends. He can then shop for his own fish from places like Tesco's, Walmart, or Asda or something. It also makes a fantastic gift. Next time you go to a dinner party or a wedding, bring them a NordVPN subscription. Bam! You'll be the talk of the town, and it's certainly better than bringing a fish. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to go further to support the channel, then use that join button under my videos or the Patreon links below. That would be amazing. It goes a long way to helping Zin and I be able to create daily videos, and you'll get some exclusive perks, including some videos, posts, and polls to help guide the channel. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For May, it's for an Origin 400i, the luxury exploration touring ship capable of taking 3 crew to distant stars. It also comes with lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. To be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details down below. Thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you in the verse.